welcome back to Novelty. My name is Mandy Rose Nichols. My pronouns are they, them. Tonight we're drinking a really great tea, Peach Apricot Honeybush from the Perennial Tea Room here in Seattle. It's got really, there's some florally notes to it, but also obviously a lot of peach undertone, and you can almost while you're about to sip the tea, you can almost inhale it, the aroma of it, and it's really nice. I usually use honey and cream in my tea, but this doesn't need it. It's really, really nice. So tonight we're still reading from Hans Christian Andersen's The Complete Fairy Tales. I'd been saying Grimm's Fairy Tales. That's inaccurate. And tonight we are reading The Talisman. It's not a very long fairy tale, so if you've only got just a couple of minutes for some story time, this might be the one for you. You ready? You're in your jammies? Good? Let's go. A prince and a princess were still celebrating their honeymoon. They were extremely happy. Only one thought disturbed them, and that was how to retain their present happiness. For that reason, they wished to own a talisman, which to protect themselves against any unhappiness in their marriage. Wow, they could bottle that. Now, they had often been told about a man who lived out in the forest, acclaimed by everybody for his wisdom and known for his good advice in every need and difficulty. So the prince and princess called upon him and told him about their heart's desire. After the wise man had listened to them, he said, "Travel through every country in the world, and wherever you meet a completely happily married couple, ask them for a small piece of linen they wear close to their body. When you receive this, you must always carry it with you. That is the sure remedy." The prince and princess rode forth, and on their way they soon heard of a knight and his wife who were said to be living the most happily married life. They went to the knight's castle and asked him and his wife if their marriage was as truly happy as was rumored. "Yes, of course," was the answer, "with only the exception that we have no children." Here the talisman was not to be found, and the prince and princess continued their journey in search of the completely happily married couple. As they traveled on, they came to a country where they heard of an honest citizen living in perfect unity and happiness with his wife. So to him they went, and they asked if they were really as happily married as people said. "Yes, I am," answered the man. "My wife and I live in perfect harmony. If only we didn't have so many children, they'd give us a lot of worries and sorrows." So neither him nor his wife had the talisman to be found, and the prince and princess continued their journey through the country, always inquiring about happily married couples, but none presented themselves. One day, as they rode along fields and meadows, they noticed a shepherd close by the road, cheerfully playing his flute. Just then, a woman carrying a child in her arms passed by, and holding a little boy by the hand, walked towards him. As soon as the shepherd saw her, he greeted her and took the little child, whom he kissed and caressed. The shepherd's dog ran to the boy, licked his hand, and barked and jumped with joy. In the meantime, the woman arranged a meal she had brought along, and then said, "Father, come and eat now." The man sat down and took the food, but the first bite he gave to the little boy. The second he divided between the boy and the dog. All of this was observed by the prince and princess, who walked closer and then spoke to them, saying, "You must be truly a happily married couple." "Yeah, we are," said the man. "God be praised, no prince or princess could be happier than we are." "Now listen to them," said the prince. "Do us a favor, and you'll never regret it. Give us a small piece of the linen garment you wear close to your body." As he spoke, the shepherd and his wife looked strangely at each other, and finally he said, "God knows where we'd be only too happy to give you only a small piece, but the whole shirt or undergarment, if we only have them, but we don't own so much as a rag." So the prince and princess journeyed on, their mission unaccomplished. Finally, their unsuccessful roaming discouraged them, and they decided to return home. As they passed the wise man's hut, they stopped by and related all their travel experiences, and reproached him for giving them such poor advice. At that, the wise men said, "Has your trip really been all in vain? Are you not returning richer in knowledge?" "Yes," said the prince, I have gained this knowledge, that contentment is a rare gift on the earth. And I have learned, said the princess, that to be contented, one needs nothing more than to simply be contented. Whereupon the prince took the princess's hand. They looked at each other in an expression of deepest love. And the wise men blessed them and said, in your own hearts you have found the only true talisman. Guard it carefully, and the evil spirit of discontentment shall never in eternity have any power over you. The end. Talisman, not talisman, talisman. Don't mispronounce words, friends. It's not a good look. Tonight we were reading The Talisman, and we were drinking peach apricot Honeybush from the Perennial tea room here in Seattle. Elliot's asleep. Felicity's fast asleep. We're in our jammies. It's time for bed. Night, friends.